I am back, and my crinoid I've knocked it out of focus. My crinoid diagram has not come off, so I'm getting an arse whooping for this. I'm going to show off two of my favourites. First contender is my Spinosaurus tooth. It is a nasty lad, really. Just grab my ruler. Scale. It is a massive tooth. Well, it's not the biggest of Spinosaurus teeth, but it is a beauty because they would have been about this much longer. If it had the root intact. But what I am most excited to be sharing about this, let me get my trusty friend out. Might be a bit special here. Come on, do the thing. Thank you. This beautiful Spinosaurus tooth actually has some of the root material intact within the tooth itself. That's my light. Using the bedside lamp as a light source. Look at that. Some root material left in here among the sandstone, which I think is pretty neat. Where do I put this? Up there. Ah, it's red. I need to get a better light. But along the tooth itself, you might be able to see some ridges that run lengthways. Now, Spinosaurus was a piscivore, living in the Cenomanian stage of the Cretaceous in North Africa around 90 million years ago. The tooth of Spinosaurus is perfectly adapted to its... What was on my desk? No, it's my phone case and my hairbrush. Yeet. It's on my bed now. But the teeth are perfectly adapted to the consumption of fish. The conical shape is very similar to that of modern-day piscivores like crocodiles, alligators, predatory fish. And the teeth are good for teeth are ideal for piercing flesh from multiple angles and holding it in place. That is a terrible demonstration on my hand because I am not bleeding. There's my magnifier. Come back here. Thank you. But you might also notice that the tip of the tooth is sorely lacking in the ridges. That is because this tooth has been partially prepared after it was collected, but then they stopped for some reason, and due to that I got a pretty decent discount on it at my fossil dealer. It makes it sound illicit, it's just a shop. And it went down from £90 to £75 just because of the partially prepared tip, which was very nice. Now, the place of origin of this tooth is the Kemkem Basin in Morocco. It was a fluvial plain during the Cretaceous period, particularly the Cenomanian stage, which meant it was a massive swampy marsh. And because of that, piscivores thrived. You had massive crocodiliforms like Sarcosuchus in that area round about the same-ish time. You had pterosaurs that dined on fish, so we've got many pterosaur teeth that are almost like needles from the Kemkem Basin, piscivorous snakes and all sorts. But yeah, this is a lovely tooth. It's probably about the mid sort of size that a Spinosaurus tooth could get to. I can show you a smaller specimen and a much more average size, which will make the gentleman in the audience happy. A much more average size of tooth is this. Although the tip is broken off, you can see the approximate size. This one is a little bit more degraded, but it is still a lovely tooth, and you can yet again see these lovely grooves along the tooth. You have where the root would have begun and extended upwards. and part of the enamel coating remaining on the tooth. So the last... Oops, daisy. Get back in focus, you. Now, the large tooth is approximately 9 centimetres long. We'll call it 8.8 centimetres. Whereas the small tooth is a little bit over 5 centimetres in length. Now, and I'm not entirely, I forgot to double check the length of the upper range tooth, so I'm not going to say it in case I get it wrong. I don't want to spread dodgy information. I'm going to put these ones away now, because I've got another tooth to show off. This one will be from the same formation, but from a little bit earlier in time. This is a mosasaur tooth from the Kem Basin. And you might think, Nicholas, but you just said that during the Cretaceous period, the Kem Basin region was a marsh. And you would be correct, I have just said that. I'm a lying toad. I'm not really. This is from an earlier stage of the Cretaceous. And in this earlier stage, sea levels were significantly higher than they were, meaning that North Africa was a shallow sea. And what lived in shallow seas during the Cretaceous period? Mosasaurs. This is an unidentified taxon, so this is an unidentified species, but it is a beautiful, beautiful specimen. And if you look, move this out of the way. Hair in my mouth. Should probably tie my hair back, but I can't be asked. Now, you see here, you have the tooth, the tip of the tooth here, the base of the tooth here, and then this white stuff is the root of the tooth. Now, the entire tooth itself is around about 9.6 centimetres, but only 3.5 centimetres of that is the tooth would have been exposed. And this would have anchored the tooth into the jaw, into the lower mandible, and made a very, very strong connection to the jaw, allowing for powerful bites that wouldn't rip the tooth out. And these things would have replaced their teeth as and when needed. They were monsters like that. Not that... words. I don't know where I was going with the monster part. But this is in some sandstone. And due to the nature of sandstone, it's a sediment. Things have been preserved in the sandstone that aren't just a tooth. Here we have a beautiful piece of shell at the tip of my thumb. That wasn't part of the selling point, it's just a quirk of sandstone. Another piece of shell here. It's very nice. Ooh, it's a big old tooth. More bits of organic matter here. But sediments are lovely because you can find them in so many places, and... Oh, hello, that's fallen over. And quite often, you'll be able to find little bits and pieces of prehistoric plant matter and stuff in them. A friend of mine was at a country park near where I am, and he found a shell imprint, some coral, and some petrified wood just wandering around on the beach. So you really can find fossils anywhere. Those are two of my favourite fossils. Goodbye.